Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you didn't know, on October 9, OpenAI had this Dev Day. They released a bunch of new cool stuff, and today we are gonna mainly see the agent kit and we are gonna do a quick fire of all the other updates. So first of all, GPT-5 Pro is now in the API. It's crazy expensive. If I remember correctly, it's 15,120. It's gonna be interesting to see where AI apps use this because there is no doubt that is the smartest model around. As you can see here, GPT-5 Pro got 70% of RKGI 1 and almost 20% on RKGI 2. And it's going to be interesting to see where people is going to use it. Another cool thing is Sora 2 and Sora 2 Pro. They're both available, I think, on iOS right now and via API. And one last thing I want to discuss is Agent Kit. A lot of people said that this is an N8N killer, a Zapier killer. So basically with Codex, that's what happened. This is the relation between usage. Usage was not that bad at the start, but then it increased more. Whoosh. And now Codex is one of the best, if not the best, coding agent. If you're gonna see this level of usage from people for Agent Kit, I guess it's gonna become some kind of N8N killer. Right now, they have two completely different purposes. N8N and Zapier as well. They have a bunch more like in-house connection. The Agent Kit only has MCPs. So they are not the same product. We will see many differences now. One really cool use case that I see here, and honestly, it's the only one that I find right now, is as an internal knowledge assistant. So you basically create a mini version of you that has most of the knowledge your teammates, your coworkers, or someone that needs to have your informations. And you can basically embed this wherever you want. We will see that later. Let's start from the templates. I will put the link of everything we are talking about in the description. The only trigger node that we have right now is start. Then here we are passing directly to our query. Then here we are passing it directly to an agent. In this case, it's called query rewrite. So you just needed to improve our prompt. Then we go to the classify agent that classifies the question if it's Q&A, fact finding, or else. Keep in mind it's using the JSON format as output. Every agent can output either with text, JSON, or with widget. But right now, the JSON is the most interesting one because you can write your JSON schema either like usual advanced mode or just like this. You add the name, the description, the type, in this case it's Anum, and the category of classification. So Q&A, fact finding, and other. And make sure that the agent is outputting the JSON because then we're going to use if-else nodes. Then we're going to use the if-else nodes. So we have Q&A and fact finding. You can just set the variables like this. So input, output, parse, operation, procedure, Q&A. I will write this in the description as well. The agent will give us structure outputs, we'll pass it to the classifier, and then we'll pass it to different agents that we set up in different ways. Now I will show you the agent that I did for myself. So we'll start with start nodes. The classifier gives me a response schema with either AI software or calendar/events. So that's the if-else node that we have configured. Then it's gonna pass it to 3 of my different agents. Why in the start of the video I said this is the only like real use case that we have right now. It's because there is a super easy way of creating a RAG agent, that is retrieval augmented generation, directly inside of this agent kit. Because this agent kit uses the vector store and the vectorization that OpenAI directly has. As you can see here, we have the name, the instructions, those are our system prompts. We can also add the user role. We can include chat history. We can specify the model. For most use cases, the GPT-5 mini model is going to be good enough. Reasoning effort as well. Don't go too high because then it's going to be really expensive. And then we can specify the tools. We can either create function definition. We can add MCP servers. You can have some luck using either Zapier, Pipedream, or HubSpot. I tested a bunch of them and they are still not good. They are the same level of the connectors in ChatGPT. Then you have web search. It's built in-house. You can run a code interpreter. So you can run Python scripts, for example. and then you have function or custom. Why I said that doing RAG agents like this is super easy? Well, it's just a matter of clicking plus button, file search, and you upload all the files you want here. In my case, I'm gonna reuse one of my vector stores. If you want to check if you already have vector stores, you just go to platform.openai.com storage vector stores. For example, here I have my two vector stores. One about the AI knowledge, it's coming from my website. This one, where I explain simply how to use AI. And the other one is about the software I uses, and it comes from my blog post about my tech stack. And you just plug it in like this. If you have it in your vector store, you just copy the workflow ID here, just put it here, and you will find it like this. So for example, if someone will ask me, how do I choose the best AI model for task X? He's going to classify the information, will understand that it's about AI, and it will search into my knowledge base. And it's suggesting a bunch of models that are suggested in my website, and also to check on artificial analysis. It is, in my opinion, the best way of checking the latest models sorted by intelligence. How do we use this in our app? First of all, you publish the agent. You go here, set draft, publish. And then you go to codes, and you can either embed it via Chatkit or extracting the Agent SDK directly. Agent SDK, for people who don't know, is like the Cloud Code SDK, basically. It's the AI framework SDK of OpenAI. For example, what I did in my website, odofrancesco.com, I got this super, super easily. And I can ask the same question. So how do I choose an AI model? It's going to give me the same exact outputs or similar outputs that I got from the preview I showed you. You can see here artificial analysis and all the models that are suggested. What you need to do is just you go here, you clone the sample app. In this case, it's in Next.js. You can just paste it in every repo you want. You can clone it simply just doing like this, gh repo clone or git clone repo. And you ask either Cloud Code, Codex, or Cursor, or any other coding agent to just copy it perfectly in your website. And it's gonna give you like this chatbot interface, gonna be super easy, and it's gonna also adjust it to your style. As you can see, the colors are the same as my website. And you will also have conversation history built in already. This is super, super useful also for chatbot experiences, for customer service, stuff like that. Also because this agent builder also has guardrails. So you can do moderation, things against jailbreak and hallucinations. And you can also put human in the loop using user approval. For now, this is not the coolest thing in the world. It's not going to replace N8N or Zapier anytime soon. But it's surely a good step forward in a nice direction. It is making simple workflows, because those are not agents, those are simple workflows that go from left to right, the easiest possible to create for users. And I don't know if there is a Pareto superior option right now to do it. I didn't find it yet. One thing that is a really huge miss for OpenAI is that I cannot create workflows in natural language. So I cannot ask Codex, for example, to create those workflows easily. And it should be easy technically, because those nodes are pretty simple, and there is not even recursion. So honestly, I think that they are going to implement it pretty soon. One thing to take into consideration, and that gave me just more problems in the setup of the widget in my website, is that make sure the project you're doing your automation is the one where your API key is coming from. So for example, when I created this agent builder, I'm in my default project. When you create your OpenAI keys, make sure you are in your default project as well. Because I was in another project and I was getting errors. I didn't understand why. And then like when I changed the API key, everything was solved. So next video that I want to make is gonna be all the different ways you can create an AI agent. We're gonna follow this graph. So we're gonna start fully no code with desktop apps like ChatGPT and Clouds. We're gonna go through Zapier, then N8N, then Agent and then we are going to use SDKs like AI SDK, Pydantic AI, or Cloud Code SDK. So if you want to learn more about how to create agents, leave a follow, leave a comment on what's your favorite agent creator, and see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.